What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Michigan versus Washington college football matchup going down Saturday, October 18th, 2025. If you're looking for my best bets, the games that I absolutely love, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Experts tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do it. We got Week 8 college football taking center stage on Saturday. We've also got Week 7 NFL coming up. We got MLB playoffs, NHL all weekend, and Tuesday marks the return of the NBA. So make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout, get 15% off your purchase. But let's get to this one between Michigan and Washington. Michigan 4-2 straight up this season, 2-4 against the number after a 31-13 loss to USC in their last matchup, while Washington comes in off a 38-19 win over Rutgers in their last game. And the thing about Washington is that, this is still a really solid lineup for Washington just across the board. They still got Damar Williams, Jr. at quarterback. They got Jonah Coleman at running back. There's a lot of talent across the skill position, spots in this Washington lineup. But I still have my concerns with Washington. They still have not mastered the true road travel going east. Yeah, they got the win over Maryland, but that was a lot closer of a game than it needed to be for Washington. They had to score 21 unanswered points in the fourth quarter, 24 unanswered points overall in the final 19 minutes of that game to come back from a 20-0 deficit. I think that game was more about Maryland blowing it than it was about Washington, deserving credit for pulling out the win there, because they had to dig themselves out of a massive hole in that one. But I don't know if they're going to be able to do it here. This is still a game on the road at, Ann Arbor, and it's going to be a 9 o'clock body clock kickoff for Washington as well. Michigan, they've done a really good job at home. They beat up on Wisconsin, they beat Central Mich and New Mexico at home this season. I know not the toughest strength of schedule. They do have the road win over Nebraska, and their two road losses are to Oklahoma and USC. Really nothing to sneeze at. And we've seen, I mention it all the time, talking about these Pac-12 defectors that have gone to the Big Ten and the ACC. There's teams that struggle with these cross-country travel spots, and Washington's been one of them, going back for the last couple of years. So I think this is a spot where, Michigan at home can take care of business. Like I said, I know Washington's very talented. They're a top 20 offense. They're just outside the top 25 in passing the football. And, that's where you can attack this Michigan defense. But Michigan's defense is still above the FBS average in terms of passing yards allowed per game. They're top 10 in yards per completion allowed. They're also a top 20 team against the rush. Michigan's also been much more effective at home this season. Should be an interesting game, but I think Michigan wins this one. Something along the lines to like 24-17, 27-20, something like that. They win this one by a touchdown. So I'm going to go with Michigan here at home. Laying the points. That's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those with Pickdawgz Premium. While you're at Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.